Well, it's day 3 of my disconnect. I didn't sleep very good. I don't even know how I'm going to get you out of my mind. Tired of feeling this way, but at least I'm not crying when I wake up. At least I'm not crying. Funny, I spoke with somebody yesterday from... Well, let's just put it to you this way. Somebody that I've known for a very long time. Like when I was in your tummy. I got more. Which then kinda crystallized things for me a bit. You see, I found out that you entrapped Bob because you didn't want to work anymore. You purposely got pregnant at a very young age. And then you blackmailed. You got pregnant because you didn't want to work. So familiar of your behavior throughout the years. Already scheming before I was born, and I was only born because it was part of a scam. God, you're just unbelievable. No wonder. Robbie was an accident. I was on purpose because you didn't want to work anymore. You were trying to find a way out of hard work like you always have. Dear God. Stealing people's money when you had me. Wow. So these revolving doors of men, I really now believe you sold us kids over and over and over to pedophiles. Oh, man. You know, I'm gonna get past this. For the first time, I feel like I got some truth that made sense, that put everything into perspective for me, and oh my God, I should have. I miss my Steven. This is his teddy bear. For those of you who wonder why I have that teddy bear, it's because it reminds me of my beloved Stephen that passed away. We had matching teddy bears, and I've cried rivers and rivers and rivers and rivers of tears in his face. His face has seen so many tears. But I'm going to be like the phoenix rising from the ashes despite everything I've been through. And this is just unbelievable information about my mother. You know, the only thing I can say is that God wanted me. You may not have wanted me, but God did. And so many times I feel like God's forgotten me, but everything I've been through all my life is leading up to this blog, audio book. I don't know. I just gotta get you away from me so that I can do what I'm supposed to do. And selling my place in Arizona. You know, the place that I bought so I could just be there to help you and take care of you and spend family vacations and stuff. Yeah, I'm too sick to even drive. I was making so much sacrifice to go back and forth financially as well. And it's just too much. And besides, they never appreciate me anyway, so. Bye-bye. I'm so sick. MS sucks. I can feel. Yesterday I just didn't feel good. All this stress is just making me sicker. I'm having trouble breathing and why didn't you just give me? Now I know why you didn't leave me at my grandmother's. Now I know why. God. Now I know why. And wow. And Bob took me to Oregon and vaguely remember that, but I remember a room and a playpen and him coming into the room. Remember another woman being there, like his girlfriend. I just don't remember anything in Oregon, but what I do remember is El Monte. So now we're gonna leave El Monte and we're gonna go to La Puente. Remember old man Sanchez? You used to party a lot. Old man Sanchez, that you used to call him. I know you whored for that place. You used to sleep with him. He'd come by once a month to pick up his rent. Probably a little more than that. Guess you had to do what you had to do to survive. But There was also Uncle Mike, who wasn't my uncle. He was probably such a great guy. And then, of course, stepdad, whom you married. That you cheated on. We'll get into that. Yeah, God, the atrocities that you did. That trickled down on me. You see, that's why I got to talk to you about this. And I can't talk to you face to face because I can't even look at you anymore. I can't, because you lie and you don't care. And I can't look at you anymore because there is no empathy or sympathy or apology that makes sense to me. Because you don't know how to apologize because you just keep offending again and again and again and again. And that's why after 50 fucking years I'm doing this for me because I gotta let this go before I turn 58. Just 50 years is all you. I look like hell when I'm doing these blogs, but I'm gonna merge because I feel like hell. I feel like hell. Fucking You're killing me. I gotta let you go. God, you used to beat the shit out of us so much. You're a hoarder of cats, dead and alive. Last time I went to the river, put the dead ones in a freezer and it smelled like dead animals underneath your fucking coach because you just keep feeding the strays. Went to jail for that instead of, how is this possible that you think that this is okay? I had no idea. You went to jail for hoarding cats. Maybe because we never really had cats. We had one cat. No, we didn't have a cat. Neighbors had a cat. They kept coming over the wall. Remember that? And we had dogs in the back. We were young. I'll never forget this story either. You couldn't stand that cat coming over the wall anymore. We were eating our breakfast. I'll never forget what we were eating. We were eating cream of wheat. You made it for us. And you said, get up and go get that cat. You used to beat us all the time. At this point, you were just beating us because my stepdad had entered the picture, so the molestations had stopped. Thank God. Sorry, I'm taking a little pause here because I'm piecing all this together myself, MS brain, but these are the things I remember. I remember in La Puente you used to put, for Christmas we would get up in the morning and we'd run to the Christmas tree, which there wasn't very many presents underneath, but that didn't matter. We wanted to get to the stockings, and you always put rocks and sticks in an orange. Why? Why would you do that psychologically to a kid? Because you were so fucked up. God, you're just awful. Thank God for my grandmother. She was the only sense of normalcy that we had. But you used to go out partying all the time and leave us kids alone at night, and we were so scared. I'll never forget it. I remember finding a knife in the neighbor's yard, and when we would go to bed, I would just think the worst of things. My hands falling. I have so much neuropathy in my hands and feet. It's just terrible. You beat us so much. I remember I had to be always the one that was like the leader. I took care of Rob so much. I babysat him all the time. I was only like fucking... I mean, we left the apartments when I was, what, 6, 7? 6, 7? Somewhere around there. Because you met Victor. And he swooped in. Thank God, maybe he knew in his mind that something wasn't right there at those apartments. I think he got us that house. I think that he got us the house in La Puente. Or you did, and then you met him. That family was a blessing. At least for me. They didn't like you. You weren't good enough for him. After all, it was a Hispanic family, and there was traditions. But we tried like hell to fit in because we wanted to fit in somewhere. We wanted to fit in. We wanted to be a part of the family so bad. I tried so. You were so awful. You cheated on him so many times. Made us cover it up and lie for you, and you even bought that shag van that you would have the audacity to park in front of the house and fucking your boyfriends in. You were disgusting. I know everybody's probably looking at this going, God, she really fucking hates her mom. No, I don't hate my mom. No, I've done so much for her. I'm just tired of the abuse. And it's festered so much that I've stuffed it and stuffed it. And then we moved to West Covina. You finally trapped him. I remember laying in the, not trapped, but you forced your hand with him and you saying, you better marry me or I'm going to go with Mike. I remember laying in the hall. God, you used to beat us all the time. And I remember when you were beating Rob at the end of the hall, just wailing the fuck out of him. And I ran and jumped on your back, and that was the first time I'd fought back. The very first time I had fought back was to try and defend my brother. I fought back with a vengeance, and I said, "Stop hitting him!" I clawed you off of him. You used to give me terrible permanents, like we're talking frizzy hair that would last forever. And you would shave his hair off. God. You'd force us to go to school, and I was beaten up all the time. I had red frizzy hair. A little white girl in a Hispanic neighborhood with red frizzy hair got beat up all the time. You just hated me. You tried to make me look ugly all the time. Yeah, you beat on us all the time. And then we get to Pricedale, and you start fucking around like you normally do all the time, running your scams. Well, and cheating on him to the point where you made me the mother of the house. You left. And guess what happened? He tried to sleep with me. Yeah. And you had the audacity to say that I was breaking up your marriage. You fucking liar. I mean, I feel like gagging right now. I feel like this is just ew. And then when I had a boyfriend that was African American, and he found out, he beat the fuck out of me. I was burnt to a crisp from going to a church function. I was just so sunburned. And he found out. But did he know about the African American guy, Ellis, that you were banging? No, you let him beat me to the point where the skin was falling off, and then you put me in a psych ward. Yeah. I was tortured, beaten, and put in a psych ward for having an African American boyfriend. And you were cheating on him with an African American boyfriend. Seriously. And you put me in a psych ward. And what they did to me there was horrible. And we're going to talk about that.